Hey everyone, Alison here. This episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour is brought to you by Flex. The Flex Company is the leader in innovation in feminine care and the sole maker of the menstrual disc, a new product that replaces tampons, pads, and cups. Flex gives you the most comfortable period of your life, promising 12 hours of period protection and mess-free period sex. Woo! Try Flex today by going to IHateTampons.com/half-hour. That's IHateTampons.com/half-hour and get your first 3 months for only $15 plus free shipping. Take that, Space Wolves.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. This week, like every week, we shall be sipping some booze and spitting some neos.
Yes.
I see some superstition stuff just happened.
Oh,
It boggled my mind.
Why? I kissed the clock at 11:11.
What do you mean? What? Were you just about to say that's not superstition?
It's not superstition. It's not. Superstition is when you do something because you think if you don't do it, it's going to be bad luck.
This is just like
11:11 is you get to make a wish.
Yeah.
I believe wishing on a thing is superstitious. But anyway, you know who's not superstitious?
Not at all.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Hi. Do you kiss the clock at 11:11?
I just did just now because you reminded me to.
Well, Jesus
11:11.
Christ.
Yeah, no, see,
it
there
works.
you go.
Done. I did it. I don't know what's going to happen today.
You have to make a wish
to
while
make a
you
wish.
do
Oh,
it.
fuck.
Do it
So
again.
many things.
It's still 11:11.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
Fucking hell.
There you go.
Jesus.
So many rules with
so
this
much
wish.
pressure.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be a little leprechaun that's going to be like, guys, you're fucking it all up. That's not how you do any of this stuff. Jesus Christ.
None of your wishes are going to come true.
None of your wishes are going to come true. Oh, such a sassy leprechaun.
Yeah. All right.
How's everybody doing?
Good. We have some business to attend to.
Cool.
Some business.
Should I get my checkbook?
Yes, and pay me all the monies.
Oh.
No. Hey, listeners.
Hey.
That's you guys.
That's you guys.
Yeah.
If you are in the Los Angeles area this Friday.
Oh, we do have business.
Yeah. This Friday. What's the date on Friday? The
27th.
7th? Yeah. No.
20 what?
6th.
No, 27th.
7th.
Someone look it up.
8th.
Oh, horrible people.
Friday,
27th.
October 27th.
Yeah.
We will be doing a live recording of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex from Los Angeles Comic-Con.
Not gonna lie to you.
Woo.
Totally forgot about that.
Oh, well,
I mean, it's in my calendar,
yeah,
but
Jesus.
It's kind of
Great.
important that you show up.
I was like, oh yeah, we should tell people.
Yes, we should tell people. So if you are going to be at LA Comic-Con, which that's the new name for it now. It used to be called Kamikaze, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now it's called LA Comic-Con.
I think it's called Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic-Con.
Cool. Well, we're going to be there.
Whatever.
This Friday, 2 p.m. at the 451 booth. Now, 451 is not the number of the booth. It's the name of the company, 451 Publishing. They have some awesome graphic novels that you guys have to check out when you're there.
Yeah.
So come find us at 451. Again, not the booth number. I wish I knew the booth number because that would make this less confusing. Just look it up. We'll be 2 p.m. this Friday.
2 p.m.
Come watch us record the show live from there.
2 p.m.
And then, if you are also in town on Friday in Los Angeles, there's the UNICEF Masquerade Ball that evening. And I am on the host committee for it. So
very
I'm telling
nice.
everyone that you guys should all come. You can get tickets. Wait, I have the website. You can get tickets
I like
at
this.
unicefmaskla.org. But mask is like masquerade, so it's MASQ. So
MASQ.
Yeah, UNICEF
Mask Crusaders. One more time. Fighting crime.
Oh my God.
Fighting crime.
Okay, guys, you're fucking this up. Anyway,
Raiders.
shut up. It's an awesome cause. Obviously, it's done by UNICEF Next Gen. And all the money goes to Next Gen. Basically works on projects for children around the world.
Oh, nice.
So they each year, I forget. I'm awful. I forget what specific project it's going to this year. But that's what your ticket purchase goes to, and it's a super fun time. And everyone dresses up and wears masks, and it's a big fancy affair. It's at Clifton's cafeteria.
Oh,
downtown.
fun. I was going to ask where it was.
Yeah, so go to unicefmaskla.org and get tickets if you can be there this Friday night.
Oh, it sounds like fun. Do you guys
After
remember
you come see us at LA Comic-Con.
at Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic-Con? Do you guys remember the UNICEF boxes, right, when we were kids?
Yeah, the little orange boxes
That you would take with you when you would go
trick-or-treat.
trick-or-treating?
I don't think I ever took mine trick-or-treating with me.
Why?
Because I was a kid and I just wanted
Candy,
You're a
not
terrible
pennies.
kid.
I was a
for
jerk.
other children.
I was a selfish jerk.
I know.
Come on.
You know, a lot of people don't know those, actually. I've had conversations with people where I'm like, yeah, you know, the little orange UNICEF boxes that we took
I wonder if it was an
trick-or-treating, and
East
people are
Coast
like, huh?
thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because, I mean, Boston,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all East
Jersey,
Coasters, aren't we?
DC, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave them out at school, right?
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
you take it.
And then there was like a reward for how much, like you would get like a box of pencils. Do you remember the box of pencils?
No.
The football team pencils that you would get like with each of the football teams on
No.
them. But then you would have a chance that you would pull out one of the pencils and it would be like a winning pencil and you would win some money.
No, but
No.
it sounds awesome.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Why
Fuck
don't we
yeah,
have that
brah.
anymore?
Well, we have
Pencils,
the
rule.
internet.
And if
so.
you don't get the winning pencil, you still get a pencil with a football team on it?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
You're like, great. Oh, great. It's not as good, but whatever.
All that,
It's still a pencil.
all that
Yeah.
worked for a pencil.
So I'm trying to think. Yeah. So I wanted
Way to just kill the momentum.
Well, I was trying to because I was talking to Tom on the way into the studio.
20-second
you mean your
walk.
garage?
Yeah, the
house.
20-second walk to my
Yeah.
garage. About okay.
Okay,
Bah.
what?
So did I talk about going on my buddy Kevin's show
Yes.
last week?
Yes.
Okay. On that show,
Yes.
we talked about Bitcoin.
Oh, man. I still don't understand Bitcoin.
Now let me educate
Oh,
you.
I feel like this is going to be
Mansplain it to
really
us.
Because
fucking
here's
boring.
the thing. Here's the thing. I have gotten back into Bitcoin mining.
Right. Yeah.
So prior to this, I built my own mining machine.
Right.
Put it in my friend's office because he doesn't pay for electricity. So I was like, "Can I put this in your corner?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." I feel
guy
really
that gets-
bad for his employees because it was hot, it was loud.
Oh, man.
Don't you get free electricity at home, Alex?
No,
Right.
not enough. Not enough. These things are hogs.
Are they really?
Oh yeah, it's like
How big are they?
42.
What-
Well, so
it's like
this so I built this thing out of 2 milk crates back in the day.
Okay.
Mined, I made about 3 Bitcoin.
Okay.
And I was like, that's cool, whatever, I'm done. Like it just did, something broke. I was like,
Yeah.
And by the way, at the time, Bitcoin was worth like $300 a coin.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I made
Now it's up to like
900,
$5,000 or something.
6,200.
Wow. Yeah.
6,200.
Yeah.
You still have
So
those
it's like
3 Bitcoin?
18. No, I lost those 3 Bitcoins in a scam.
how'd you-
Long-
really?
In a scam?
Yeah, I put it on an exchange. It was sort of like the Mt. Gox thing that happened. I basically put it on an exchange based in Florida, and I sort of forgot about it. And then I was like, I should take those out. When it got to like 1,500, I was like,
Yeah.
I should take them out, cash out my,
Yeah.
3,200, whatever. And I tried to log in, and I logged in, saw them. I had like 3.1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I was like, great, I'll just withdraw the Bitcoin. They were like, blocked all withdrawals. And I was like, what?
Wow.
And it was like, I guess the guy basically stole a bunch of Bitcoin because the whole thing is like, if you put your Bitcoin, like Bitcoin is a lot like cash, right?
Right.
If I want my Bitcoin, if you're exchanging people's money
Yes.
and you have an exchange,
Yeah.
I have to give you my cash
Right.
in order for me to be able to be like, hey, I'll get a little bit of pound, I'll get a little bit of, yen.
I mean,
I'll
if
get a
you're
little bit-
you're exchanging currency.
but you have to physically hold the cash.
Right.
So I put my Bitcoin in this exchange in Florida.
Right.
That guy had all of that Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And so he just was like, oh, we lost some. Like
Oh.
250,000 Bitcoin. We lost it.
What?
We think it was a hacker. Fuck it. We got hacked, guys. Aren't we all
Oh my
mad?
God.
Isn't everybody pissed? And then everybody went, we think you just took that.
Yeah.
Well, he's now in jail.
Yeah.
They closed it down, but they can't divvy out the leftover because people lost their. Like he didn't steal my 3.1
Right,
Bitcoin,
'cause-
but he stole somebody's 3. A bunch of Bitcoin. Anyway, long story short, there's a class action lawsuit to try to get the Bitcoin back.
Oh my gosh.
I called the lawyer in Florida to see if I could join it. Anyway, long story short, honestly, it's only annoying now because it's $18,000 worth of Bitcoin.
Right.
Back then, it was
900,
900, and I was
yeah.
like, that sucks, but cry me a river, right? Yeah. There's all these like really funny things because people back in the day when Bitcoin started, like Kevin was the one that was like, I want to think about getting into Bitcoin, but I don't know how to like start it up. And somebody gave him 1,000 Bitcoin.
What?
Yeah, but it was like worth $100, $20. You know what I mean? He was
my
like, here's some
gosh.
Bitcoin. I have so much. Just try it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and if he held it now, it would be like $7.5 million worth of
Yeah.
money. Yeah. But he was like, and I was like, tell me you have some of that. He was like, nah, I sold it all.
Wow.
Because you sell it all when it gets to a point where you're like, holy shit, I can make money.
Yeah. No, I have a friend who's been living off of it for the last
Yeah.
few years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And every time I see him, he tries to explain to me how it works, and every time I'm like, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, it's it's semi-esoteric, but the good news is that, and so I was talking to Tom, and Tom was like, well, what do you do with it? Is it just like an investment thing?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, people have started accepting it. More and more people are accepting it. There's actually a credit card, a debit card that you can get that'll allow you to, I think they're stopping it, but it'll allow you to actually use it as if it was cash anywhere,
right?
And it would just remove that much value of Bitcoin at the time that you take the purchase, make the purchase. But there's rumors right now that Amazon is going to start accepting Bitcoin. The moment that happens, the whole thing is just going to go crazy. Like, you think $6,200 a coin is crazy. Like, shit's going to go bonkers if Amazon starts accepting it.
Yeah.
Because then you can start really using it for everything, everyday items and stuff that you need. You know what I mean? Like, you could Amazon Prime now shit for Bitcoin, and then you're just like, well, I'd rather keep it. So the whole concept is that it's a decentralized currency. So there's no government that you have to worry about.
Right.
Like, you don't have to worry about, like, some tax, law that comes in that they're like, now we're going to print way more money and inflation goes up and all of a sudden the dollar's not as valued as it was against the fucking blah, blah, blah.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. It's also very volatile because of that, because there is no innate underlying,
Right. It just kind of has the value of what everyone sort of decides is the value.
True, but then when you think about it, that's everything. That is literally everything. Like, this laptop has the value because Apple just said it costs this and I'm willing to pay for it, so they're not changing the price.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way. It's not, it sort of has to do with what it costs to make it, but it doesn't really. It's just whatever you think that they're willing to pay, that's what the thing is worth.
Right.
So, anyway, what ended up happening was mining Bitcoin was not effective. Right?
Okay.
Because the cost of Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin was so low that the amount of energy, time, effort, all the stuff, the cost of electricity, everything was just like, guys, if you haven't been mining Bitcoin for the last 5 years, don't even start.
Right.
But they made these machines that are very specifically good at finding Bitcoin. So the way that's
the other thing that makes no sense to me. Like, what do you mean finding it? Like,
how are you mining?
Yeah.
So here's the way that the best way to describe it, which is there are mathematical problems that if you solve the mathematical problem, you get 12.5 Bitcoin.
Yeah, we've talked about this on the show, which makes no fucking sense to me because it's like someone just arbitrarily being like, "Here's a game. If you play it, you win."
Yes,
whatever.
Is that really what it is?
But the reason why they did that was because they looked at what makes money. Like, why is money, or let's say gold? Like, why is gold why does it have a value?
Because
and the
there's
answer
a limited
is,
amount.
A limited amount of it, and the more of it that you find, the harder it is to find more.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So the limit, there's a top limit, which is the earth is out of gold, right? So it's valuable. You want to trade it. And the more you try to acquire it, the more difficult it becomes to acquire.
Yeah. All right.
So that is literally exactly how Bitcoin works.
Okay.
It is mathematical problems.
There's only X amount of Bitcoin.
There will
that
only
exists.
ever be a X amount. And
Who
it's like
decided
25 billion.
that?
Yeah.
The person that wrote the white paper that said this is how you should set up Bitcoin. It's a guy named Sochi.
Oh, wow. 20. There's 25 billion Bitcoin.
I can't remember what the number is. The potential
Okay.
that will ever be found.
Got it.
And the way that it works is every time you solve these mathematical problems, 12.5 Bitcoin are released into the
world
pool.
Got
right?
it.
Of all Bitcoins.
Okay.
But it becomes more and more difficult to do it. So whereas before what they would do is they would just go, well, I'll just use a computer and try to solve the problem.
Right.
Well, then they were like, well, certain types of parts of computers are really good at solving it. So they used graphics cards at the time.
Yeah.
And so they basically said these specific graphics cards, for whatever reason, just happen to be very good, efficient at solving the Bitcoin problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, then they just went, why don't we just make a computer chip that's job was designed from the ground up to solve the Bitcoin problem?
Right.
And so they started making these computers. So, again, wasn't really efficient. You had to have scale. Like, you had to have a fuck ton of these things in order to make money.
Who created the problem?
The guy, Sochi, the guy.
And is it the same problem?
No, so it gets harder and harder. So
Right.
the way to describe it is there's 5 people sitting at a table. You hand out 5 mathematical problems and say, I'm going to give $5 to the first person who solves it. And the guy goes, "Oh, I solved it." And you go, "Great, here's $5. Here's a harder problem, and I'm going to give $5 to the first person that solves it." And then somebody's like, "I found it. Here's $5.
Yeah.
Here's an even harder problem." And so it becomes more and more difficult as time goes along. But because the value has gone up, these little machines, they're the size of like a loaf of bread. And they are just...
Is it bigger or smaller than a bread box?
Yeah, exactly the size of a bread box.
Yeah.
It has a fan, an input fan on the front, export fan on the back, and an Ethernet cable. That's it.
Wow.
Like there's no other thing. You just plug it in, plug it into the internet, and it starts mining for Bitcoin.
Plug it in.
So I got one.
Oh.
Yeah, my buddy and I have one.
So how much do those cost?
Oh, you got one.
So we bought those off of Craigslist because we're trying to see if it's actually doable for us.
Yeah.
Because they're a little loud. They sound like jet engines. And they're a little hot.
A little loud?
And they're a little hot. They're just basically like little ovens.
Okay.
And so putting it in, again...
You just made it sound kind of cute.
They're adorable.
It's like a little oven.
We're going to put little googly eyes on it just to be like...
They'll melt.
Yeah. They'll just fly right off. But so we're going to test on these things. We will have spent for each of the boxes, I got one and my buddy got one, about $700.
Okay.
Based at the time we bought them, Bitcoin was $4,700.
Okay.
And at that point, it was going to be about 6 months, and then they would pay themselves off.
Right.
Bitcoin's now at $6,200.
Oh, so it would be 6 months to solve the problem?
No, 6 months, we will make enough money to pay back the $700 we invested.
Got it. Right, because you
We will be getting
mine
little bits
fractions
of Bitcoin.
of Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, and so what ends up happening is technically you aren't mining fractions of Bitcoin. You're trying to be the person that unlocks the 12.5. But because that is so unlikely with your little box, that what people do is they clomb together in what they call pools. So essentially, there's like 48,000 computers all trying to solve the Bitcoin problem together.
And then if they
when
solve
one
the 12.5,
of them unlocks it, all of that coin is split amongst all the people that are mining.
Oh.
So that's what you guys are part of.
That's what we're going to become a part of this evening.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's a whole fucking thing. We bought these things from China. They didn't show up. I just had to cancel. I'm going to Fry. It's a fucking nightmare. It's an awesome nightmare. It's more of like a waking. It's more like a waking dream.
Rich white man's nightmare.
It's totally a rich white man's nightmare. But the best part is there's an app on the phone.
Okay.
Because the other thing is you have no idea when they're going to solve these things.
Right.
The average time it takes for a pool to solve the Bitcoin problem is about 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's it.
But sometimes they'll solve it within 15 seconds of solving it before.
Oh.
So it's like, hey, here's $20. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. Well, in 2.5 hours, we should, oh my God, I just got another $20.
Yeah.
Like, that is what's, and then it's got push notifications. I swear to God, I'm just going to be stuck to my phone going like, I just made money. I just made money. I just made money. The other thing that's so frustrating is when we bought these things, we still haven't been able to turn them on. Because we bought the thing, but we need to buy an accessory.
Connector things?
Right, the connector things. The Bitcoin was $4,700 when we bought the things. It's now up to $62. I'm watching the price. I have no Bitcoin.
Right.
I just have a box that will at some point be able to acquire me Bitcoin, but it's not working. It's like not. So it's so fucking frustrating. It's like, start mining.
Oh my god.
But we're actually thinking of like scaling it up.
Okay.
And buying like 20 of these things and actually renting an office and doing the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I'll buy a few boxes for you.
Well, it's funny. We were actually thinking about that because there are places that you can put the box.
Yeah.
But they're all sold out. So you can do things where they're like, you can put your box in our office and we will maintain them for you and you will give us 30% of whatever your box mines.
Right.
Those places are completely full. Like people are, and you can't even find these machines. Like you have to order them from China.
It's still so odd to me because like I now understand when you put it in the gold with the gold example.
Yeah.
Right. I get it, but if you're mining for gold, you're at least doing work. Like you're exerting effort to get it. And this literally all you're doing is buying a $700 box and plugging it in and then sitting back and somehow acquiring money for free, which that to me seems really fucked up.
It's
like,
progress.
Awesome. You know, yes, obviously it's awesome, but in terms of society, it doesn't make sense.
We don't want to
Well, but if you think about it, you're purchasing a machine to mine Bitcoin like you would purchase a machine that sifts through.
Yes, but then someone's
Earth.
actually working that machine. That's what I mean. Like, there's still a human being physically exerting themselves in order to gain money. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is not that.
This is not that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems really weird because I feel like that defeats the purpose of society. Like,
I get that.
Like, society exists because we have these, quote unquote obligations to each other that in exchange for a service you get money.
Yeah.
And this is just bypassing that.
But the service that we are providing is we are acquiring more Bitcoin for the community that is using Bitcoin. Like, not everybody that uses Bitcoin is actually physically
you are
acquiring
not doing anything besides plugging in the box.
It's a long cord. It's very labor intensive to set up the cord.
Yeah.
No, but it's one of those things. I totally agree with you, and that's why I love the idea because the idea that I can have a thing that I acquire that I put in a corner. It's like, don't put baby in the corner, but baby's gonna make you some money. It's like, I'll put that in the corner all day.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So I'm very excited. So we're starting. We'll see. There's also, my buddy got so deep down into this thing. There's another thing called BitConnect, which is a whole other thing, which is where you can loan money out and it uses an algorithm to bet on the volatility of Bitcoin, the price. Because the price is very volatile.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about it. It's very volatile.
And why is that?
Because of the fact that it's decentralized and there aren't really big players yet. So I always say, for me, when somebody like Square, right, or Amazon come into the marketplace and they say, we are now going to accept Bitcoin,
right?
I believe stability will come back into the fold because people will then start using it on a more day-to-day basis to acquire goods. You know what I mean? Whereas right now it's sort of like it's kind of an investment. So what ends up happening is you get these all-time highs and then people sell in order to capture that value increase, right? They don't just go, that's fun. When I buy my sandwich at the sandwich store, it'll cost a little less Bitcoin for me to buy the sandwich. You know what I mean? They're going, an all-time high. I'm going to sell a stake of my Bitcoin to capture that. To capture that uptick and then save the rest. So what ends up happening is you have these sort of natural ebbs and flows where it'll hit 60. Like just the other day, it hit. I don't know if it hit 6,000 yet, but it hit about 5,800.
Right.
And then it went all the way down. In one day, it went all the way down to 5,100.
Wow.
Right. But then people go, holy shit, 5,100. This is awesome. Yeah. And then they start buying it. Yeah. And then they start buying it. And next thing you know, all of a sudden, it goes back up to 6,000.
It's like fucking stocks, which I don't understand at all either.
I know. It's a whole thing.
Man.
But I'm really excited to sort of get into it again. I was into it a lot, a couple years ago. I was really into altcoins and mining other coins and converting them into Bitcoins and that
You're
whole thing.
lucky that you're married to a woman as cool as Heather.
For letting you do
there are definitely times when I can see the strain in her eyes on not rolling back in her head when I say something. You know what I mean? I can see the concentration in her face of I'm really trying not to roll my eyes at you right now. When I'm like,
man.
Okay, I got this big idea, and she's like, here we fucking go.
Yep.
But she, it's fun. And I do appreciate the fact that she lets me go.
To your credit, nothing's gone horribly wrong with any of your things.
Correct.
So stop knocking on wood.
Not horribly wrong.
So she owes you for being right.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, so I'm very excited about that. That's all.
Okay, I can't wait till next episode when we talk about what happened.
When I'm like,
when he plugged it in.
It crashed. It exploded.
Yeah,
I'm bankrupt. I bought all these toys that nobody wants anymore.
Man, let's do an email.
God. All right, let's do an email. How about that? This is a good one.
Okay.
Ask Alexa to play French cooking music station on Sonos.
Okay.
Hey, H4ers, Alex and Super Volcano. Nay, superest volcano in the solar system. Yeah. Olympus Mons Tom.
Wow.
Art, all lowercase again.
What?
Hi, Allison. See, I think it was too confusing. It was not a nice.
You were not
nice
saying
flow.
a sentence.
It
There
was. There was a lot of ellipses, but
right.
it's art.
Hi, Art.
Hi, Allison.
You've been reading a lot of Art's emails lately. I like literally the last 3 or 4 weeks. You've read an Art email.
Well, he's sending
unless we just have a lot of fans named Art.
Yeah.
He's sending in some good stuff.
Yeah.
Alex, a while back, you asked about controlling your Sonos through Alexa. If you haven't done it yet, here's how. Now you can easily enjoy hands-free French cooking music while planning future booze sipping and news spitting episodes.
Yeah.
In all caps, that'll never forward to inform and entertain. Art, all lowercase.
Art.
So yes,
Yeah.
Amazon has partnered with Sonos and finally released the skill to allow you to control your Sonos speakers with your voice.
Right. We talked
using
about
Amazon.
that, right?
We talked about it a while back when they
Yeah.
said they were going to do it.
Right. And
It
you
is
got
out.
very excited about it.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I spent the half an hour
asked you
setting it up.
Yeah, I asked you last week if you had done it because I was like,
I finally
okay,
did it.
Cool.
It is, in one respect, extremely slick, and it
Yeah.
is really nice because, look, the Sonos speakers are just better speakers
Right.
than the Amazon Echo speaker. Like,
Right.
it's nice, it's
Right.
good, it's solid.
Well,
If
yeah.
that's what you got. That's what
But
you got.
Sonos is a company that exists
Yeah.
solely to
audio.
produce sound.
Yeah, Sonos is like the Bose of
Yeah.
speaker speaks.
Speak-a-ma-
So now you can say, and I should have warned people that your Amazon Echo is going to go crazy for
Yeah.
this. But now you can say, Alexa, open Pandora, play French cooking music in the kitchen,
Right.
and this kitchen Sonos speaker will start playing
That's awesome.
Pandora. Now, here's where it's in beta. They still need to add some things. They don't have a grouping function yet. So, like, the way Sonos works is you have speakers, you label the speakers, you put them wherever you want them.
Right.
And then in the app, you can choose which one of those speakers to turn on, to turn off.
Yeah.
And so it's really great because you can have, like, well, we have people coming over. We'll do music in the living room, kitchen, and master bedroom.
Different music
Right.
in each room, though?
If you separate them, you can just have music going differently on each
Yeah.
speaker, but you can
Right.
also group them so that all of them are saying the same stuff across. If they are grouped
Right.
in the Sonos app
Yeah.
and you say play blah 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 in the kitchen, it will play everywhere.
Right. Whatever's grouped with the kitchen.
Whatever's grouped with the kitchen
Yeah.
in the app. If they are not grouped, it will only play the kitchen.
Right.
You cannot change that using your voice with Alexa.
Got it.
So it's a little bit like there's still functionality that needs to come out, but it is really nice to be able to say, oh, play the thing in the kitchen and have the Sonos speakers start kicking on. That's so nice. But also you can control
Just like that.
the volume. You can
Oh.
tell it to skip. You can tell it to move to the
Yeah.
next thing, play a different station. Like there's all
Nice.
the stuff that you want to do. And again, I go back to, with music specifically, it is really easy. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about this, and I would love to get your opinion.
Okay.
Who are you gonna
I
get?
find
Yeah.
it
He wants our
really
opinion?
weird.
That's weird.
I find it really weird
Yeah.
to ask for things with my voice if anyone is even remotely close to earshot.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't.
Say it again?
What?
I don't like the Siri thing.
Yeah.
Using the Amazon thing. I would so much more prefer to
Like
just
in public?
Google. No, it doesn't even matter public. Like I'm never asking it a thing.
Oh, really?
When Heather's in the house, because I just feel like it's so
Really?
weird. Because I feel like
That's
I
the
would
purpose.
ask. I know, but I feel like I
That's
would
like my
ask
dad's
something.
favorite thing. How he walks in the kitchen. And he's like, "Hey, Alexa, tell me a joke."
Right, but that's
my mom's there for that.
yeah, but that's a little bit different because that's like I want to be entertained, not like,
Yeah.
I wonder what the blah blah blah. Because I can just feel the play out in my head, which is Alexa, what was the score of the Dodgers game? What?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you? Is that for me? Are you talking to Alexa or is that me?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm sorry,
I
honey.
see.
I'm talking to Alexa.
It's a very married person thing. I
Okay,
get it.
Yeah.
and then it's like, what? I didn't understand that question. You're like, no, Alexa, not you. I was talking to Heather. God damn it. But also, like, if I'm out in the world,
right.
like walking,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be like, hey Siri, what's would you just read back that text message I just received? Or
I was just
would you
with-
blah blah blah
where
call
was
somebody
I?
blah blah blah.
I forget, but this week I was literally with a group of friends and we were all like talking about something we didn't know. And my buddy just went, "Hey Siri, yada, yada, yada." And I was like,
No.
Right. Well, I didn't care, but I was just like, oh, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That does happen, not just on the commercials.
Yeah. But it feels weird. Like I never want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I start to go, I have a lot of voice activated things
Yeah.
that I'm never. I mean, so cooking really is the thing for me because you kind of have your hands. You're using your hands.
Right.
So like I'm constantly asking Alexa to put to do timers.
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
I'm cooking, like I'll wake up and I'll like put like I'm hard boiled eggs. So I was like put a
So
pot
you
on.
use it, so I don't know what, but you
No,
don't.
I
you don't
totally
wanna,
do, but I feel like I'm only using like this small sliver of what they want me to be
Right.
using it for, and maybe it's just I need to get more like used to it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like, hey, see,
Dude, Tom, look at me. 6 months from now, all Alex is going to be doing is talking about how he asks Alexa for everything.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a slow adjuster.
Adapter?
Adapter, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm an
Adjuster,
early adopter, but I'm a slow adapter.
Oh, look at that interesting.
Yeah.
Be asking
at
Alexa
that
about
interesting
what your
combo.
Bitcoin's worth.
You know what? You joke, but I would totally.
I know.
If it was like the average Bitcoin cost is blah 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 US dollars right now, I'd be like, I'm gonna be talking to this girl every
Please
day.
stop
Yeah.
asking me every
Yeah.
20 seconds.
Yeah, it's just it starts with. Well, like
Same
5
as it
minutes
was.
ago. I'd be like, all right, can we turn the
That would
sass
be
knob down,
amazing.
Alexa?
That would be amazing
Put
if
your
Alexa was like, just like, she's like, eye roll, like she says it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eye roll.
Asterisk, eye roll, asterisk. Fuck you, Alexa. Asterisk, eye roll, asterisk. Fuck.
Wait, oh, you guys, I saw Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, yeah. What'd you
Yeah.
think?
Did you guys both see it?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to.
I did.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Well, I was just thinking of Joy, the character of Joy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and how she like becomes like she's technically just AI. She's just a computer, but she
Yeah.
she has a personality.
Yeah.
You know?
It's sort of like
Yeah.
they just sort of were like, let's put the movie Her
Yeah.
in this movie just for like a
Yes,
second.
Exactly. I enjoyed it, although halfway through the movie, I definitely was kind of like, wait, why is everyone doing what they're doing right now? Like it seemed a little I don't want to like give any spoilers, but I wasn't quite sure how Jared Leto had all the information that he had. If that makes sense. And so I didn't understand like how he was able to make the moves he made when he shouldn't have had some of that information to begin with. And
Interesting.
yeah. And also the movie ended and I kind of went, wait, what about that like really massive story point you brought up about this uprising that all of a sudden now we're not paying attention to anymore? Like
Ask
Interesting.
Alexa about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alexa, explain Blade
Explain
Runner.
Blade
Explain Blade Runner
2049.
2049. I just thought it was really great to see a movie. First off, the sound design, Jesus.
Oh yeah, the sound was amazing and it was gorgeous and yeah.
I know, and it was one of those movies where I was just like, I'm just happy watching this movie. Like I
Were
just
you?
No, I mean not happy, but like
Yeah.
the fact that this movie exists,
Yeah.
and that it is this
And-
beautiful and audacious,
And you
the
know-
sound is so chunky and it's well acted. I was like, I just want to
Yeah.
be living in a world where this movie exists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And maybe this is just because of like what's happening in society right now with all the like
You mean it's just deteriorating?
yeah, right. but I mean specifically like with all the sexual harassment stuff that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a very blatant sex scene in it, which also made no sense to me because and like I don't have a thing against sex scenes, but this one in particular, it was like Ryan Reynolds.
You
Oh my
wish.
gosh, Ryan Gosling. Just I'm trying to say this without giving away spoilers or anything like that. But he comes home after a situation in which he obviously needs to run and hide and instead stays at home and has a night of sex and then
Priorities,
leaves.
baby.
I mean, honestly,
made no
I don't know.
sense to me.
I don't know. I didn't have an issue with that. I'm sure
No.
Tom won't have an
No,
issue
but
with
my
that.
point
It's
is,
like,
but my,
Yeah, you're gonna die,
but
get
my-
laid first, and then let the guy
No, but
kill
that's
you.
my
On the run,
point.
sex
It was
is the best
such
kind of sex.
it was such a blatantly male written thing. Like in the reality of
Yeah.
the situation, that's not what would have happened. And instead, there was like this need for a sex scene in a movie. And also,
I see.
I found it really weird. The sex scene. I mean, it was kind of cool.
I
that
loved it. The idea.
The technology about it was kind of cool, but
Yeah.
then the like
boy.
what they basically did was used another woman's body, which made all of a sudden made me feel real weird about that.
Yeah, but that's what they did in Her too. Remember?
No, what?
Yeah. They had the girl who came over who said, this is cool, and she like put on the like thing
Oh, you're
and was
right.
talking
So-
as Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And did whatever Scarlett Johansson told her to do.
Oh right.
That was
I don't know. That was something
whoa.
weird about it. There's something like now, I think just because we've been reading all these horrific stories and everything that I'm a little like, why is it always the men who get to have this fantasy with the women? We've never seen it the other way, you know?
That's true, but that is 100% true. Like, although you guys have your Outlander. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I've never watched it.
You should
that be my thing
you,
now?
and
okay.
and then you like. My wife literally had to stop watching it because she was like, I feel like I'm sort of having a relationship with this TV show. And then our other friend called and was like, I had to stop watching it because I was getting a little too into it. And she was like, I did too. But yes.
Yeah.
I mean, like I watched the first episode of Outlander and I was like, oh, this is not for me.
That's so funny.
Like, this is for a lady.
Just this
and
morning.
I'm sure it's great. It's actually Ronald D. Moore that does it, which is crazy. Yeah.
That does Outlander?
Yeah.
Oh, so just this morning, a buddy like emailed a bunch of us this like insane music video that he found, and he was like, "These kids are so good," and it's like I don't even remember the name of this band, but they're very young. They're like, I think everyone in the band is between the ages of 18 to 21, and they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But the lead singer is so good and so attractive, and I'm watching this video, and I'm like.
I'm creepy. I'm
uncomfortable how young this kid is and how attracted I am to him.
Amazing.
I was like, I had to stop watching it. And the music was really good, and I actually wanted to look up other stuff. And I was like, nope, Allison, this is the road you're not going down. Not going down
You are
this
not going to be at this concert.
Nope.
Wearing that kid's face on a shirt.
This is someone you need to avoid at all costs. Oh my gosh. By the way, the other day I was at lunch at Soho House with some friends, and I only say that I was at Soho House not to sound cool, but to make this story make sense.
Amazing.
We're leaving, and we're like walking down the hallway, and these two guys are walking towards us, and one of these guys I look up and I'm like, that man is very attractive, and as he walks past me, I'm kind of like, I look at him and he walks past, and then my buddy who was walking in front of me turns around and gives me this look like, holy shit, and I went, was that one of those One Direction kids?
Amazing.
And he goes, Harry Styles. And I was like, oh.
Amazing.
I get it now. I get it. He's extremely attractive.
Amazing.
But I felt like such an old lady. I'm like, was that one of those One Direction kids?
He's like, yes, Grandma, let's get back in the car.
Yeah.
We got to go to IHOP before it opens.
I'm scared that I'm at this age where, like, being attracted to 21-year-old men is inappropriate, but they still find them attractive.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, I don't find, like, they're pretty, but I don't find 21-year-old, 25-year-old girls that attractive. To me, it feels
like they're
creepy.
young.
Like, I love women my age.
Right.
Well, I love my wife.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, as I got older, I'm like, wow, I used to think 40 was old when I was 20.
Yeah.
Now, a 40-year-old woman, she's old, but, like, now I'm like, wow, there's so many hot, like, 40, well, we're in LA, but.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess.
You're like, there's also a lot of not hot 40-year-olds on the planet.
I mean, like, yeah, exactly. But LA.
No, I totally agree. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't understand. But I also have never really understood, like, there are certain people that I get on paper are like attractive people.
Yes.
But I just personally don't. Like, Uma Thurman is a great example.
Yeah.
Like, on paper, I get her as an attractive person. But for me personally, I'm not attracted to her.
Right.
And so it's really interesting to see those things. So, and a lot of that, like, you know, like the Bella Thornes of the world, where I'm like, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I have zero attraction to that.
Yeah.
But I understand what in the world of things, that's her job.
Yeah.
She's attractive. You know what I mean? Like, and there's guys too that I'm like, some guys I'm like, oh, we were just talking about this. We were watching Sundance or Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which I had never seen.
Oh, you hadn't seen it?
Yeah, and so we're watching it
either.
And Heather was just like, man, that Paul Newman, man, he's just so attractive. And I was like, yeah,
I can see that,
yeah, all right. But then she was like, well, which one? And I was like, oh, Robert Redford in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
You're a Robert Redford guy.
I'm a Robert Redford guy, totally.
But
You're
it's
both
funny,
blonde,
like,
you know?
do you guys have this weird dysmorphia, I guess, when you watch, like, old movies? Yes, I understand that Paul Newman in that movie is probably 30-ish or something like that.
And he was the old one of the two.
Right. But like, he still, like, to me, looks like an old man.
Yeah, he looks like your father.
Like
you know what I mean?
Still, like,
or somebody's father.
I can't see him as someone my age.
No.
Even though...
Yeah. Like, I was watching Ghostbusters. I'm like, oh, Bill Murray is an old man, right? But no, he was like in his mid to late 30s when he made that movie.
Exactly.
But I saw it when I was a kid when, to me, he was like an old
well,
man.
exactly.
but it's Han Solo, it's Indiana Jones. Like, those people seemed like, oh, God. He was probably like 25 when he did Han Solo. You know what I mean? Like,
no, he's 32. He was the oldest one in that cast.
Probably.
But even then, way older than I am.
Right.
And I'm like, that's old man Han. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
he's the old curmudgeon guy.
That was a young whippersnapper to us.
I know.
Old.
Yeah, now we're all the olds.
You
But yeah,
and I
it's
are.
totally true. It's like one of those things where you see them and you're like, I can't disconnect you from
Yes.
a person
Well,
who's older than me.
Well, I was also going to say, like in the Harry Styles case, like obviously I had seen enough pictures of Harry Styles, but I would never like. I was just like, he's one of the One Direction kids. And then the moment he walked past me in the hallway, I was like, oh, he's fucking attractive. Because like I think there's something when you see someone in person
Yeah,
too.
totally.
When you see the 3D
know?
version of the person.
Yeah, and like their soul, I guess. Like you see, that's like a live person as opposed to just like a photograph. Or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But I literally was like, I get it now.
You're
I
like,
get it.
His soul is
I
crystal.
understand tweens. I understand.
I understand tweens. I mean, there's always been tweens.
He's also tall. I guess I wasn't expecting him to be tall.
Oh, that's
Because
interesting.
I picture them as kids, you know? And then he
Yeah.
walked past me and he's taller than me, and I was like, what is that?
It's really funny. There's a lot of times where I'm like, wow, that person's really tall. Like I saw Hugh Jackman on the lot at one
Yeah.
point on Fox, on the 20th Century
Tall?
Fox lot,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy shit, that guy's tall. But then it works the exact same way in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Like, you meet people and you're like, wow, that guy's really short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
a
so
tiny
crazy.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of like tiny persons
Yes.
where you're just like, you're a tiny person, but you look huge on screen.
Yeah.
Who?
And not in a bad
Now,
way.
how have you seen?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is he short?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like
Yeah.
6. Oh, he probably shrunk.
Yeah.
Probably
You
shrunk,
shrink
they
when you
shrunk
get
him.
older, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? It's like
Yes.
raisins. You're basically a raisin.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Did we
I
do it?
feel like we've done it.
Yeah.
Man, we did do it. All right, everyone, come see us.
Come
this
see
Friday
us.
at LA Comic Con at 2 p.m. at the 451 booth. And again, that's not the booth number.
At booth 451?
Booth
No.
451. And then if you can, come to the UNICEF Masquerade Ball that night. Buy your tickets online. All right. That is it for this. No, I haven't done all the things. You can email us.
Yeah.
Yay. Email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Please subscribe to us and rate us and share us with your friends on whatever you listen to us
Yes.
on. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, whatever. And there you go. That is it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us, as always, the lovely and talented Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
You're
Thanks
so
for
pretty, Tom.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.